Howdy, howdy, howdy. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Sports Drive here on the Arena Sports Network on this Tuesday, June 21st, 2016. It is the first day of the summer of 2016. Have fun, kiddies. Go to the beach. Have some fun at your local zoos. Whatever you do, stay away from gorillas and alligators. Too soon. I'm sorry. Too soon. um, this is a non-politically correct sports talk show for the sports fans that want to talk sports without having an agenda shoved down their throat. My name is Joshua Lopez. I am the director of chaos of this sports drive. You can follow me on Twitter at WCJoshLopez. We are live every Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays from 11 to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, except on Fridays. It's a Pollock Friday. We go an hour earlier, and we get ready for our weekend. But besides that, we have a lot of fun. We bust each other's chops, but we never do it in a personal or negative connotation type of way. But yeah, we have a lot of fun. I hope if you guys are a first-time viewer of this show, you definitely will get a full enjoyment of sports talk on here. We also mix it up a little bit. There's some comedy, there's some movie references, there's a lot of produce store references, which you'll understand when I get into the Gene Honda introduction. But all that said and done, if you're a negative Nelly and take everything too serious in life, this show may not be the show for you. Period. All right, let's get to the Gene Honda introductions. All right, here we go. Introducing first from Blue Bumblebee, Idaho. We got the young man known as the Walmart Man. He is a valet driver for the Walmart Strip Club on the weekends. You can see him hanging. I need a Sahara hunt looking for Pablo Sandoval while he walks out of KSC with Al Jefferson. Uh, his Red Sox are down 1-0 against the White Sox in this series so far. We'll talk about that during the show today. He is the Drew Carey of Sports Talk. He is the one and only Walmart boy, Sean Mann.
Hello and good morning. I'm Sean Mann. Welcome everybody to the Sports Drive.
No. You ruined it. You gotta do your gimmick, bud.
All right. Eerie. What you just saw yesterday was a horrible performance by the Red Sox. I'll get to that in just a second. But now we get to that. Now I got to go back to being professional. Welcome everybody to the Sports Drive on this Tuesday, June 21st, 2016. Arguably the longest day of the year, and then I feel bad about it. Then the days start getting shorter. And shorter. But anyway, it is summertime. Welcome to the first full day of summer on the 21st of June. It is 11:07 a.m. on the East Coast, which makes it 8:07 a.m. on the West Coast. This show is brought to you by the Arena Sports Network. Hello there. Actually, Browning is not here. Frank is not here. Snowman, maybe it will come. I don't know, despite the fact that he's dealing with something. Headache. Justin, good morning. And Josh, good morning. There you go.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Bien. Yeah. Introducing next from Blue Bumblebee, Florida, we got a young man who's the Bobby Jenks of Sports Talk. He hangs out on the weekends with Laramie Tunsil. He's a Miami Fish fan. He juices it up with Namakan Sue. He's a wrestling fan. I hope he's wearing a White Sox hat. I'm not sure.
You have to.
He is my other wrestling compadre. He's the one and only Justin Hill.
What's going on, folks? Last night was a good night. Well, for me at least, and Josh at least. No, sorry, Sean. But Raw was good last night. Even though my Marlins did lose to the Rockies, and that crowd was not fun for Roman Reigns. But I'll talk about that in a second.
Before we go to the Gene Honda introductions, no, my bad, the opening rants and all that stuff. I do want to say this though, with all sincerity, it's a great day. It's a great day. You know why? Because it's Skip Bayless' last day on ESPN. Grayson in, drink it in, man. Drink it in, you stupid idiots. All right. Anybody want to do an intro for me? Anything you want to bust my chops on?
Lastly, since it's just the three of us right now, hopefully the snowman will come. He was active about 7 minutes ago online. Apparently, lastly, or until the snowman comes, we got a person that is a happy White Sox fan. I'm going to have to also say that I'm going to have to probably boycott maybe tonight's game because he's got his favorite guy, a good pitcher in Chris Sale. He's got a Blackhawks hat on. He's a diehard Blackhawks fan. He's a Bulls fan. He's a Bears fan. He is an expert when it comes to playing the guitar. I mean, he knows very well how to play that guitar better than I do, even though I do like music myself. He knows his perspective on wrestling, and he knows that he's celebrating very, very much that it is Skip Bayless's last day on No Take. Host of the Sports Drive, Josh Lopez.
Yeary. Greetings and salutations, you rat bastards. I'm grateful to be here. Not graceful, but grateful to be here today. Enjoy your life. Take advantage of every day that's presented in front of you, and have some fun. It's a rare thing for me to pull out my guitar this morning in the morning and play for you guys. I usually never play the guitar before the show starts, but Sean's played a couple songs, and I thought I showed Justin. I think that was the first time I ever played for Justin while holding guitar at the same time, so that was a lot of fun.
Yes, it was very well.
That, Justin?
You're good at guitarist. It's very well.
Yeah, he has a talent with the guitar, no doubt about it. Here's our show for today.
No violins though. I can't do that. I can't stretch my neck and do that. You know what I mean? Go ahead, Sean.
As a co-host, I'm going to just read everybody what we got for the show, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls listening to the Sports Drive. Of course, we got the intro out of the way. We got the opening rant coming up next. We got the White Sox-Red Sox series, or Red Sox-White Sox series that began last night. Boy, I got some perspective on that one. Where will Kevin Durant... Where will Kevin Durant end up going on this day in sports history? Birthday shout-out, Skip Bayless Bash Hour, the future of the Bash Hour, the raw thoughts, and lastly, the spoken word. That is our show for today. Now back on over to our host of the Sports Drive, Josh Lopez.
Justin, I don't know if you see the post in the chat room, but guys, we want you guys to do us a favor. We don't ask a lot for this show. We really don't. Not like a lot of shows that are very insecure and beg for things that they don't deserve. All we ask is go to Twitter and put hashtag earmuffins. We got to get this trending worldwide. Hashtag earmuffins. And you can also follow us on Twitter at @thesports_drive. And make sure to follow us there. We'll follow you back, you rat bastards. All right. Intro is out of the way. Let's get into our opening rants. I'm going to let Justin start off first because Sean has a lot and he needs to get off his chest, and I want to give him the time to do that. All right, Justin, the floor is yours.
All right. My rant goes to one person, Vince Russo.
And don't hold anything back.
He called this era the softest era. All these wrestlers are the softest and the worst wrestlers. I believe you did say that on your little podcast. I don't know what you've been drinking. I don't know what you're putting in your pipe. But you should probably take it out and stop drinking the juice, you know? This has been one of the most entertaining eras, and in my opinion, it will be the most popular era. It will be better than the Attitude Era. We have so many talented superstars on this roster. Just wait till, and there's NXT. I don't know what if you do watch Raw or SmackDown, but I have no idea what you're talking about, and it makes me so sad to see you say that. You say this is the most awful era. How about WCW, late 2000s to 2001? I believe you made the title go on to David Arquette, the actor from Ready to Rumble. That was a huge success. And then you went to TNA, and then that ship sank, and then they fired you because what did you do there? Not a damn thing. You made that show worse, in my opinion. So you saying that you can make Raw and SmackDown a better place, a better show, I doubt it. You are one of the worst creative writers, in my opinion. So you can go suck on that, Vince Russo, and stop talking about this era being soft. Period.
Before we go to Sean, I'm just going to put that in the chat room.
55 years old, more out of touch than anybody, including kids. All right, let's see.
Sean.
I'm gonna save the Red Sox White Sox till we get to that series. I had 3, but I'm gonna save that one till we get there. I have 2 opening rants, and these are all politics ones. The first one is, look, we're facing a critical presidential election. Yesterday, there was a man at a Donald Trump rally that planned to assassinate Donald Trump. I'm going to say it right now. I disagree with Trump. I'm a Democrat. I'm voting Democrat this year. But what makes you have the right to plot to assassinate Trump? A pretty stupid thing to do that. Just because the guy has got some interesting ideas and his politics may be different than Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders, doesn't give you the right, Nimrod, to go out there and launch a political assassination. We are in a critical time right now where there's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of anger, a lot of anxiety, and a lot of frustration. Real stupid of you to basically go out there and decide to do it. You deserve to get arrested, you young person. This guy was like in his teens or in his 20s, and last night he was at a Trump rally, and he plotted to kill Trump. And I'm telling you, it's like 1968 all over again, because in 68 we lost 2 big leaders to assassination, Martin Luther King Jr. and Robert F. Kennedy, and both were assassinated. I have just got a bad feeling with the way things are going right now as we are overcoming the Orlando shooting, that even something worse is going to happen. And secondly, another political one. Congress, if you can't find a way to get anything resolved for laws for guns, then seriously, our legislative branch of government is a very sad situation. Do something. Because if you don't do something, Congress, and you don't act, if Democrats and Republicans can't agree on getting gun laws resolved and maybe less guns, or figuring out a way to handle the Second Amendment, 2 things are going to happen. One thing is, obviously there's no agreement with it, and number 2, with that happening, I feel really bad about this. Even I said it in our group chat last night. It means that now it's possible that we're going to have even more mass shootings that are going to happen, and then where everybody's going to be sad and complaining about it. Fix the problem right now, because if we don't get this problem fixed, we're going to start seeing other places, other communities impacted by some idiot who goes out there with a machine gun or with a pistol and open fire on innocent people. It just makes me sick, gentlemen. I mean, we've got to get something resolved. I feel bad about what's going on in Chicago, with all the shootings that are going on there, and Josh has mentioned that. I feel bad about Orlando. I've felt bad about all the other past shootings our country has faced. It needs to be fixed. That's what makes me angry about the whole situation, is that that the Senate rejected it last night, and I was just sitting there watching the game, thinking, our country is really screwed up, and our country is sad. That's what I have to say about it, and that's why we enjoy doing the show so much. But boy, something needs to be resolved with all these shootings, and I don't see any way or anyhow how this issue is going to be fixed. Yeah.
Before you go to the last point of your rant, I think the word Nimrod should be added in the dictionary. Okay?
Well, yeah.
I second that.
All our legislative branch, all of them are Nimrods, because they can't resolve one issue that has really, really frustrated the country so much with all these shootings that have happened. It means more mass shootings are going to happen because they can't get 4 proposals done for our gun laws and on how we can handle the Second Amendment. But Yeah, I mean that's those are two parts of the opening rant. The third, I'm saving it until we get to the Red Sox White Sox discussion.
Oh, okay.
Those are my two.
All right. Well, I guess it's my turn.
Yep.
This is also going to involve Nimrods because I got to deal with them every week. Unfortunately, you can't escape it these days, especially when you watch wrestling. Um, for the Nimrods in Phoenix last night, they were chanting "You can't wrestle" to Roman Reigns. You guys. You guys don't know what you're talking about. I try to say this every single week, and again, look, Roman's not my favorite guy in the roster, but I sure have a lot of respect for the guy, and he is really, really good. But did you not watch his match at WrestleMania? Did you not watch his match at Fastlane with Ambrose and Lesnar? Did you not watch his match at Payback in Extreme Rules with AJ Styles? Did you not watch the match that happened Sunday with Rollins and the one last night? And you're gonna tell me that Roman Reigns can't wrestle? Get off your knees for CM Punk. Stop being a sheep. And look, Punk's my favorite guy. Justin knows that. Everybody that I done my wrestling podcast knows that. But the whole hate from Roman Reigns is stemmed from the stuff that came out of CM Punk's podcast, where he's like, "Oh, we gotta make Roman look strong." You remember that story, Justin, where he's like, the agent's like, "Oh, make sure to make Roman look strong during that Punk Shield rivalry or whatever."
Yeah.
It all stems from that. And then we as wrestling fans, we go down and go like sheep because CM Punk's never wrong. CM Punk's never wrong. Everything he says is the gospel, so we got to follow along like the sheep we are. And then we go through this 3-year cycle of bitching and moaning while the guy continues to prove you wrong. I mean, look, maybe he's not your guy or whatever, but if you're going to chant he can't wrestle because he's not from Ring of Honor or PWG, it's bullshit. I'm really tired of this narrative that unless you come from the indies, you're not a good wrestler. And I have nothing against wrestlers that are from the indies. I go to AEW shows. I like independent wrestling. But I have as much respect for those guys as I have respect for guys that are trained under the WWE system. If you're able to be a performer and put your body on the line in wrestling over 300 days a year, away from your family, traveling all around the world, you have my respect. And I think it's disrespectful for a guy who has way more moves than John Cena does. And you guys have the balls to compare him to John Cena all the time?
Ooh.
Stop. Enough. And here's my second point. To the Nimrod that sent a tweet to Taz last night saying, "Oh, Ken Anderson was squashed by John Cena. My bad. Carl Anderson was squashed by John Cena last night." Hey, dumbass, do you know what a squash match is? I didn't have to watch the match, and I knew what was gonna happen. Justin, did you get the whole point of that segment with AJ Styles and John Cena? It was that AJ Styles was gonna fool John Cena and lay him out.
Easily.
The match wasn't gonna last long.
Hell no.
And he didn't even lose. It was a disqualification. If you're gonna say it's a squash match, John Cena should have hit the AA in 30 seconds. That's a squash match. Carl Anderson did not get squashed in 5 minutes. The match was 3.5 minutes, and it was got a run-in by AJ and Gallows. Guys, you're effing killing me, man. You are, man. Like, stop. Enough already. Just because everything Taz says on his show, you guys gotta buy that too. Just like you buy everything that Vince Russo says these days. Have the balls to do your own research and form your own opinion. Don't let anybody speak for you. I hate that. I hate when we come as a wrestling fan base where we let other people speak for us. Do I respect those guys? Absolutely. They're in the business. They paved the way for everybody that's doing it today, and they deserve the respect they do. But as a wrestling fan, you need to take your reins as a fan and form your own opinion. I've had enough of it. It's not genuine. Every Monday night, you see everybody copying the same thing, having the same thoughts that everybody else is having. It's bullshit. I may be the outcast of the wrestling media today, but I take pride in that because you know why? I take pride in what I say. I back up with what I say because I actually take the time to do the research. I'm actually paying attention to these shows and not running my mouth trying to nitpick something. And thirdly, I'm real. I don't have to say a million times on the podcast, "Oh, I'm just being honest. Oh, I'm just being honest." If you're being honest, people can understand. People can tell that you're honest. I don't have to say a million times, "Oh, I'm just being honest. Oh, let me be frank with you. Oh, let me be honest." We get the effing point. You don't have to say that 100 times on a podcast. And if you're really that gullible as a sheep to not form your own wrestling opinion because you don't want to get ripped, whatever. I have people rip me all the time on Twitter because my opinion doesn't agree with theirs. You don't see me going after them. You don't see me going after people when they make idiotic posts on Twitter. It's usually I go after people when they send me stupid stuff. I'm done with Nimrods. And I'm not afraid to call you a Nimrod. If you're going to come out of your way and send a tweet to me in a disrespectful way on Twitter while I'm trying to enjoy a show, I'm going to call you out. I got nothing to hold back. I don't. Whether you like it or not. I'm not saying my wrestling opinion is better than yours. I will never do that. I will never do that. I never did that on my podcast when I was doing the radio show. And I certainly as hell don't do it now when I do the YouTube show. But have the balls to have your own convictions. It's that simple. Not just in wrestling, but in life. It's your life. Don't let your parents dictate what you do. Are they there for moral support and help you grow as a person over time? Absolutely. But it's your life. It's not their life. Have your own conviction. Have some balls. Period.
Indeed.
That's my opening rant.
Indeed.
Any comments?
Well, I'm just saying that, yeah, there are Nimrods everywhere. Our country, and I told Justin, I'm not sure what we can do to fix any of these shootings, buddy. And then, of course, with the wrestling, with what's going on with those, you're dealing with the fact that you've got a lot of Nimrods. What the hell has happened to our country? What the hell's happening to our world? There's just crazy times, and really not a happy time for what our country has had to go through. But we move on and do the best we can.
Yep.
Justin says, not a fan of Hillary and not a fan of Trump either, but saying we need to kill Trump is not right. Yeah, well, that guy got... Yeah, it was. I saw that on CNN. I was like, oh, my gosh. Well, Trump has been getting heckled, too, Justin, at a bunch of rallies. He got heckled in Chicago. Well, he was supposed to speak in Chicago a couple months ago. That got called off because of the threat of violence there. And then he was supposed to go to Kansas City, and he was getting heckled, too. And Trump he's getting heckled a lot. And that's why he's kind of fearful for his safety.
Mm.
Don't blame him.
You know what's funny about this, though? I could care less about the political race these days because none of these candidates that are out there are even worthy in my mind to vote for them. I agree with you, Sean. This election is the worst. It's the worst. It's the worst pool of candidates I've ever seen in my life. We had over 50 meaningless debates on TV over nothing. Nothing's gonna change. They have more worse ideas than George Bush did trying to fix things during his run as president. It's ridiculous, guys. That's why I don't pay attention to politics. Politics is a flawed system. It's always been ever since it started. We gotta be held down by a law, by this outdated method of mind thinking that happened for something that was built from England to the United States. It's stupid. It's the stupidest thing in life, politics. And you don't have to be a rocket science to know that when you go from 9/11 to where we are today, that day signifies what today's era is, what today's society is in general. We question everything. We question our own safety. We question everything that surrounds us. We question, am I going to go out and be shot today? Is ISIS going to come out of nowhere? Is there going to be another terrorist attack? Everything has been doom and gloom ever since 9/11. and nobody has done anything to change that. Hell, I remember as a kid, even before George Bush was declared president or whatever, that was during the Bill Clinton era. Sean, you'll remember that, the Bill Clinton era during the late 90s and stuff.
Great
And
president.
and from what I could tell during that time, everybody was cool, even keel. You didn't have to worry about a lot of things. It was more peaceful, and you got to enjoy your life. There wasn't a lot of stress. Yeah, you got the Monica Lewinsky crap or whatever, but I mean, hey, to each his own. I mean, it is what it is. He decided to cheat on his wife. It's whatever. But my point is though, is like, I don't know where do we go from here. You know, Vince Russo could get on his soapbox and talk about, oh, wrestling's so horrible. What are you gonna do to fix it? Everybody says that the country is fucked up. What are you gonna do to fix it? It's easy for me or anybody on a media or a podcast or whatever to say that everything is effed up, but what are you gonna do to fix it? Maybe I'm the only one from a wrestling standpoint that has ideas that to fix things, but I don't think wrestling is horrible. Do I think this country is in a bad place? Absolutely, but I don't know what to do to fix that. I don't. And and to say that Donald Trump is going to be that guy because we got to make America great again while his main concern is putting a stupid wall in Mexico, it's stupid.
And I have to say this. Immediately when we were attacked on 9/11, my first thought was, we're in trouble.
Correct.
And people were asking me, how would that be? Because in the 90s, we went from the times that were great. I remember growing up in Montana, the times were the best. I loved it. I mean, people were happy. People were joyful. Our economy was booming because Bill Clinton had that surplus that he had. Now, look, I know affairs do happen. My hero, John Kennedy, had an affair with Marilyn Monroe, and the media never took that very seriously back then. But you know what? He still was a good president, and Bill Clinton was a good president. I know that there are people that are still upset about what had happened with those affairs and other things that had happened, that we did not get Osama bin Laden. But when 9/11 came, we've gone into anger, and I don't know if we are ever going to recover it, because we've had the war on terrorism that we're dealing with. We've had to deal with the fact that we've had way too many mass shootings in this country, and I'm glad, Josh, that wherever you go, you're always safe. You're making sure to protect yourself, because it's just so sad that we've had to deal with that with what's going on in Chicago. But yeah, we've had that. We've had recessions. We've literally just lost it and have gone downhill.
Breaking news.
And now we're dealing with 2016. Sorry.
Breaking news. Here we go. Dexter Fowler placed on the DL for a couple of weeks.
Oh.
Sorry, Frank. You got some trouble ahead for the Cubbies. I also have another breaking news here because we got a Panda alert.
Oh, yeah. Panda alert. What's going on, Panda?
Panda was found walking out of Lafayette, Louisiana with Al Jefferson at the Golden Corral.
Ouch, ouch, ouch. But anyway,
hey, that was Panda's stomach after shoving down a bunch of biscuits down his throat. Go ahead, Sean.
But I think, too, I agree. That I was talking with my friend that I went with last year when I went to Boston, and, she is going for Trump, but she was saying to me that yesterday when I was on the phone with her that she said this is the worst election ever in presidential history, because the country is so undecided about who they want to vote for, because the candidates don't look very, very bright. I mean, you got Hillary dealing with her emailing situation. You got Donald Trump coming in here wanting to build a wall between the United States and Mexico because of maybe illegal immigrants. That we don't want Mexicans getting, and Mexicans do not like Trump at all. And if he does that, we would have a war with Mexico. And then you got Bernie Sanders, who I really don't know too much about, but it's going to really pick up a lot of pace when we get to the conventions. And I agree with what Josh has even said going back to last year. Why in the heck do we have to have presidential debates even going back to last year? I will watch the debates till we get to the fall. That's the real debates to watch for, because then everybody pays attention to see what two candidates the presidential candidates and the vice presidential candidates debate on as far as foreign policy and domestic policy. But we can't. But this is a sports show. This is not a political show. So.
Well, it could be in ways. I mean, we talk about other stuff. We talk about entertainment. We talk about movies. We talk about comedy and stuff during the show. So it's a mix of everything. I will say, though, the Sports Drive is not a drive-through sports talk place, though. I will say that.
I just want to say one thing.
Stuff. Go ahead, Justin.
People saying that Obama is one of the worst presidents of all time is so ignorant. I hope they realize that Obama is a great president, and after what they see from Trump and Hillary, they're going to miss him a lot, and I can't wait for that, even though it's going to be sad seeing Obama leave the office. And then we're going to have either Hillary or Bernie Sanders or Trump in there, which is going to be scary, in my opinion. It's just sad that people don't like him.
You know why they don't like him? Because here's the point, Justin, that we have to look at. A lot of people, there are a lot of people, and where I live here in Idaho, there are a lot of people that do not like having an African American as president. I remember the first time I voted when I was 21, around Josh's age. Okay, 21. First time I got to vote in 2008. I voted for Obama Biden, but you know what? I was living in a hostile country at that time, which was Kansas. Very, very Republican. So every time I asked about the thoughts of an African American being elected president, people said, "Oh, don't worry, he'll get assassinated." That's the way they felt about Obama. They said, they just an instant. The word was hate. The word was hate. They hated Obama so much where I lived in Kansas. So they just absolutely disliked the man way too much. But you know what? In 2008, we were going through a very difficult time. We were dealing with the Great Recession started in December of 2007. The country was ready to be done with Bush because Bush got us into too much mess.
The biggest pickle ever, in my opinion. It was just awful.
I mean, the war in Iraq was a waste. Where were the weapons of mass destruction, George W. Bush? And then he sat on his duff while everybody else was going through difficult times with the worst recession since the Great Depression. And I was one of them. I enjoyed this radio job that I had, and then boom, I got my hours cut, and then I lived in a small town. I couldn't find anything, and then I was anxious, and then finally I was able to go back to school and go back to college just to be able to get through all the difficult times that we were facing. So in my view, again, it's another critical election, but we just don't have very many bright candidates that look very good, and Obama's done great. I mean, we got Osama bin Laden, and the thing that Obama was honest about is that he was the one that was against the Iraq war. I mean, he pulled out of Iraq. Yeah.
I've been known throughout the years to do impressions on this show, whether it's been Stephen A. Smith, or as you call it, not Stephen A. Smith, or who else? I've done Vince. I've done Vince McMahon before. I've done Sean before when he gets super upset. Or where he goes like, "It's the panda!"
It's the panda! Come on! I can't believe the tracking meter that he is. Wow!
This may not be good. This may not be good, but I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna grace you guys with my President Obama impression. Okay? Hopefully this works.
Me.
Me. I'll break it down to you like this, okay? I think that Donald Trump, it's not that intelligent. I think he's quite out of touch. Be quite honest with you. That's the key there. You gotta extend it out a little bit when he did the impression of Obama. I think that the Boston Red Sox are quite underachieving. They've been quite disappointing over the last couple years. You got a great manager in John Farrell, but what have you done since? I'm happy with the Blackhawks coming home, bring 3 championships to my great home of Chicago. But I don't see anybody else from the city bringing championships here. I think that's quite disappointing. I think that it's kind of sad that we have haircut places at Walmart. but there's nothing I can change about that.
Jeez.
I think it's kind of insane that Frank Sprinkle would vote for Donald Trump, or even he considers himself to be a president. All right, I'm done. I don't know if it was good or not, but I'll let you guys judge.
One of the things that's also
That's
been
pretty good.
so serious about this with the politics is how serious this is. Like right after the Orlando shooting, and again, I mean, this has been a rough month for what our country's had to deal with that. We've
Correct.
lost big names in the month of June. Rest in peace, Muhammad Ali. And Morgan Gilbert, who played on the Dick Van Dyke Show, rest in peace to her. She passed away at the age of 87. We've lost some really big names this year for Hollywood, sports, and the political world, especially rest in peace to Nancy Reagan. But back in March. But anyway, what politics is a very, very sensitive thing these days. Like after the Orlando shooting, apparently it's been a war of words. Donald Trump has been really, really bashing. Bashing Obama and Clinton, and then Obama and Clinton doing the same thing. John McCain coming out saying that Obama was directly responsible for the Orlando attack. Then he went back and regretted what he said by saying that. So there's just, it's something I'm glad we don't get too much into, but it is a sensitive thing. I'm a Democrat, but I keep the politics. I mean, I never post on social media really about my politics because it is a sensitive thing, and that leads to hostility because I've got friends of mine that are Republican, and I've got friends of mine that are Democrats, and that's okay, that's their right. But I say social media is the worst place to go to post anything when it comes to politics.
Period.
Yeah.
Period. One more Obama quote before we move on to White Sox, Red Sox, because I know Sean's gonna be upset in the next couple of minutes. I think that Walmart Garden sounds like a great idea. I really do. I think there's some great possibilities there.
Oh my gosh!
I'll say that I think Josh Lopez should work for WWE. He's smart. He's intelligent. He's out of the box, and I think he'd be good for the company. I think that Del Yates needs to get his head out of Chet Copping's ass and leave the snowman alone. I'll say that. The last one, I promise, guys, this will be the last one. Nothing wrong having some fun here on the Tuesday show here in the Sports Drive. I still think that Mariah Carey is quite hot. Her MILF status is pretty good. Even though I'm more of a Page guy, but that's neither here or there. And then last and thirdly, not least, here we go. I think that OJ didn't do it. I think he was falsely accused. Yeah, I said it. I think OJ is innocent.
I will say this too. I have a whole theory on this, but I don't think OJ did it either. You can hate me or not, but just my theory on there. I have a big theory on it.
I haven't really gotten caught up.
Sean, did you like the impression or no?
Yeah, I did, and I knew Walmart Garden and the Red Sox would be involved with that. But you're better with the impressions than I am and stuff. Even though I go, it's a panda! Come on!
Quite frankly, I disagree with you. No, I'm kidding.
If you think about it, it's pretty huge. Like OJ was a big athlete for like this American hero. Like imagine Tom Brady or LeBron James.
Good thing OJ didn't play with deflated footballs back then.
No, it's crazy.
You know what, Justin? Great football player, but he just made some really bad decisions.
Well, it's not just him. It's also Bill Belichick, in my opinion. He's like, I don't think Tom Brady has anything to do with the cheating. Maybe a little, but I think it's all Belichick that does with the cheating, in my opinion.
I take it you gentlemen are ready to get into the White Sox Red Sox series that began last night at Fenway Park. Josh, what did you think?
I'll let you go first because you said you had an opening rant for this. I'll let you get the fumes going first.
Red
Sox rant.
Red Sox. I don't get pissed at you very much, but boy, I tell you what, when the frickin' bases are loaded with nobody out in the goddamn bottom of the ninth, that should be no problem to get a game. how the crap do you leave the bases loaded? Pedroia struck out, and I was like saying, great, this has got images of Altuve! Oh my gosh, I couldn't believe it. Boom, okay, Pedroia strikes out, and then a ground ball when the infield was playing in, and I knew the White Sox were going to play in because they knew that the Red Sox were going to try to get, and then boom, that catcher was able to keep his foot on home plate. And then another strikeout. I said, cripes, you guys are killing me here. We've lost 5 of the last 8 games. You cannot leave the bases loaded with nobody out. That's a time to capitalize. And I'm like, and then Christian Vasquez, you're also going to get chewed out for this. Hold on to the ball. The ball goes past you. It's a wild pitch, and then the White Sox go up 1-0. If that didn't happen, the Red Sox very well could have won the game 1-0. Good grief!
Sean, I actually have a quick question. How do you feel about Hanley?
Hanley Ramirez, I feel pretty good about him. I mean, he's not that bad. I feel like he's done better than the Panda. He was very disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
He was disappointing last year, but he was okay. Ortiz coming back and having one of the best last years, but I'm just so fed up. I mean, anytime you've got bases loaded with nobody out, 1 out, or 2 outs, that's an opportunity right there to really get a big hit. And I just had a feeling it was like no enthusiasm really from the crowd because everybody says, okay, you took 2 out of 3 against Seattle, but then you got a big 4-game series against the White Sox. And forgive me for being upset in the group chat, but it's like how the crap. Then Kimbrel made 1 bad pitch, and he has pitched very, very well, but he made 1 bad pitch on a 2-2 count. I think he left a fastball over the middle of the plate, and then Jose Abreu did it for knocked in a 2-run double. Red Sox are not playing good ball right now. I still believe eventually they're going to get on a roll, but I feel like tonight, I don't even know if I want to even bother watching tonight's game. Cripes. I mean, you've got Chris Sale, who's 11-2, going up against a 3-6 Clay Buchholz. And I'm like, great.
Oh, good God.
Yeah.
Oh, no. It's something else. Oh, man. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, politically correct show, and I gotta point out this stuff, even though it pains me to say this right now. This Mr. Trevor Leclerc that just put penis 10 times in our comment section. You need a life, my friend. You see this crap, guys? Go to the YouTube page of the show and look down low. It says penis, 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 penis. Freaking troll.
Wow.
I'm not seeing it.
I'm not seeing it either, but
He probably deleted it.
I gotta. Yeah, I'll make it for approval for at least an hour, then I'll take it off.
why are we having? Why is there nudity talk? And that's why he's mentioning
there's nudity talk. All right, I refresh the page. It should be there.
Good grief.
Let's see if we find it.
Okay, hold on. I'll refresh it. See if I can get this thing to work.
I hope you guys enjoying the show so far. We'll get to the Red Sox, White Sox talk in a couple minutes, but
I guess that's what he thinks of the Panda, probably.
Penis, penis, penis. Oh my God!
You see that, Sean?
Yes, you are sick, Trevor.
Is that Trevor Cody? Is that Trevor Cody?
Is that a fake?
Oh no!
No.
Is that bad? I don't know if that's bad or good.
Well, Sean, tell him the story about Trevor Cody and Sports World Radio.
Okay.
So short story, okay.
Justin's ready for a story. I know we got to get it. I want to hear more about the White Sox, Red Sox talk. Okay. I was on a trip in Boston last year. Okay, Justin, I went on my trip. I came back from my trip. Josh, I think, actually called me on my phone when I was up in Woburn, Massachusetts. Actually, and it was wet and it was a rainy time, and it was rainy. And Josh goes, I got a little surprise for you. And I was like, oh, great, lovely. I can hardly wait. And apparently, I came back on the trip, and then all of a sudden, Trevor Cody came on, and he was sending like nude links or something, naked links of naked girls, naked chicks, and stuff like that.
Okay.
Justin's face right there. And so Jeff blocked him, and then all of a sudden he's coming back and creating fake names on Spreaker.com, and Jeff had control of it, and Jeff could not believe it. He could not believe all this stuff. He said, and Trevor Cody's like, and I came back and I was like, who the hell is this? And I said, can you believe? I was like, can you believe this asshole? Jesus, I can't believe it. And so this was happening during the trip, and Josh told me it was a surprise, and I was like, oh wow.
Yeah, man. And then there's a thing on Spreaker where you could block or delete people from the chat room like really fast, as opposed to here or whatever, or on Blab. Like Jeff, I will give credit to this for Jeff. He was so quick with blocking people; it was hilarious. The speed he was able to do that.
Another story I love that had me on the floor in tears, and I was laughing, is I thought at first Josh created the Santa Claus account. Then a few months later, when we were having a disagreement, I left Sports World Radio for a few weeks. It was Frank who created the whole Santa Claus thing. And I was like, Frank.
I did make a Stephen A. Smith account one time. I think I made a Jerry Jones one to troll Jeff, and he got pissed.
Oh God.
All right, let's go back to some baseball talk.
Anyway, gentlemen, your thoughts on the. Well, another thing, I got to say this very quickly before, Josh. I know you're the host here, but let me also say this. I mentioned this in the group chat, last night. Red Sox have lost 5 of their last 8 games. The White Sox aren't very good. This series is not good for both teams. Both teams do not look well right now. The White Sox, 2 games under 500. The Red Sox, of course, are better. They're 9 games over 500 compared to last year when they were, about this time, 11 games under 500. So both teams do not look good in this series anyway, regardless. But I got to get to Josh. Congrats, Josh and Justin and Browning. On the White Sox win.
Still pretty early though.
Yeah, it's early. I gotta say this though. I gotta give a shout out to that young man, Miguel Gonzalez. He was phenomenal last night. That guy was off the charts. He outperformed Steven Wright. That guy is probably the slowest pitcher I've ever seen in the history of baseball. He takes more time to throw a ball than David Robertson does. And I'm a White Sox fan. This guy takes forever to throw a pitch. You know what's interesting about this, guys? Zach Duke. It's the bases loaded. Zach Duke, a underrated relief pitcher. It's no outs, bottom of the ninth. It was a commercial break. It was after Rusev and Tyus O'Neill got into the brawl. I was enjoying that brawl, by the way, last night. And so I'm watching it. I'm like, oh man! I put in the group chat. We needed an El Duque moment here, and it happened. We had a strikeout. We had a ground out where Saladino threw at home and got the guy out at home really quick, and then the other guy struck out with the bases loaded. It was phenomenal. And then Jose Abreu capped it off in the 10th inning with a double, bringing in Garcia and Eaton. It was awesome. I gotta say, man, it was a great night. And you know what? Yeah, we got Chris Sale tonight. We got Jose Quintana. It's just too bad that Sean couldn't bet in this series, but oh well.
As we're playing right now, heck no, I don't want to deal with that.
But tonight is Chris Sale versus Clay Buchholz. That should be an interesting game. Hopefully the White Sox bats could start hitting some homers and stuff at the big monster, or maybe hit Wally the mascot. I think that'd be pretty cool. But White Sox, Red Sox continue. One question before we go to On This Day, really quick. Hopefully you guys try not be homers in this situation. One quick question. Where does Kevin Durant go in 2016?
Sean, go first. If you want. I think it's
Sean.
Frozen.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sean.
Go
ahead, Justin.
I think he will go to the Lakers, in my opinion.
The Lakers.
But I was watching ESPN and
I feel sorry
um
for you.
actually no, it was Fox Sports and I was watching Cowherd. He's
Yeah.
not in my opinion he's better than Skip Bayless. He's not as bad, but he said that he might stay in OKC because he's realized because he is thinking about it that they almost beat the Warriors last night. I mean the last series they played in. So maybe he's thinking if I stay in OKC, we can be the number one team in the
Hmm.
West. And he did make a good point, but I honestly think he'll go to the Lakers, in my opinion.
It's interesting. I don't know if that's gonna happen or not, but I will say that. Hold up,
Here I am. I'm sorry. I had some technical difficulties.
no problem.
Yeah, I have to agree, though, that, when you leave oh, I was just irked. I said, Red Sox, you're effing killing me here. I mean, you can't leave. I mean, you just cannot leave the bases loaded. I mean, when you have nobody out in the inning, it's like, good grief. All right, I was going back to see if you replied
All
to
right.
the comment.
Hey, Sean, we asked the question, where's Kevin Durant gonna go?
Kevin
Be a,
Durant,
go ahead.
this is going to be one of the biggest moves during the summer off season. There are a number of teams that are very, very interested in acquiring Kevin Durant. You've got Golden State. There was something that came out today that the Warriors are now trying to immediately. Here they are 2 days after suffering the collapse for the NBA Finals, and now they're looking at the possibility of going after Kevin Durant. This would be better than them going after Dirk Nowitzki, because Dirk Nowitzki, the Dallas Maverick player, said he's interested in going to the Golden State Warriors. I guess maybe he's just gotten tired of the fact that the Mavericks haven't gotten far since their NBA Finals appearances. So yeah, the Warriors have already said that they're starting to pick up pieces. They shift sights to the Durant sweepstakes. Boston is a possibility. I'm sorry for being biased here, but that's a possibility. Miami. Don't rule them out, Justin. That would be another big move if they were to go out there. Then you'd have, look at this, Justin, if this were to happen. You would have Durant, and you would have Wade, and you would have Bosh. You would kind of have like the new big three, even when LeBron James was there.
Yeah.
That's a possibility. What would your thoughts be about that? Would you like that move? I mean, you are a big Miami Heat fan.
I would, but I honestly see Bosch retiring because it's a scary thing with all these blood clots.
Ugh,
But
boy.
because it's scary, and a lot of people are saying he should retire because it's not good for his health.
Not
But
good. Yeah, not
I
good.
think it's not good, but I think their number one priority is to re-sign Hassan Whiteside because he's a young player, and we need him. He's our only big man that is consistent and is really good.
Pat, Pat Riley's got a lot that he has to address this offseason for a Miami Heat team that gave the Toronto Raptors a heck of a fight. Look at them. I mean, they don't miss LeBron James, and they made it to the playoffs. They got to the second round. The Chicago Bulls, what would that be like, Josh? Any chance the Bulls could go in and try to get Kevin Durant to go to the Windy City? Because
I would trade Jimmy Butler, get that number 5 pick, and bring in Kevin Durant. If you want to get things going back on track, you get rid of Jimmy Butler. You trade Derrick Rose to Sacramento for Boogie Cousins, and you bring in Mike Conley Jr. That's how you get the Bulls going again.
The thing, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody listening into the Sports Drive, the thing with this move with Durant is that there are a number of teams out there. The thing with the Bulls I've got to address is Chicago is going to be dealing with maybe 2 big losses. Okay, Jimmy Butler very well could be out the door for Chicago. The Bulls,
Please make that happen.
The Bulls and the Knicks have been discussing about a potential trade that might send Derrick Rose to the New York Knicks. Durant to the Knicks, I would see that possibly happening because the Knicks, Phil Jackson has said the Knicks are going to be back. They've got this rebuilding process. And, L.A. is another possibility. The thing with the L.A. Lakers is, there's just a number of teams I'm glad to address. I know we've got to get into some other stuff. Oh, okay, I'm sorry, Josh. I know we got to get on this day in sports history. The Lakers are a team that possibly could go after Kevin Durant because LA has to start feeling that they need to. How are they going to do without Kobe Bryant? The post-Kobe Bryant era for the LA Lakers. This is a Lakers team that hasn't been to the playoffs since 2013.
They're screwed with or without him.
I just don't know. To answer your question, I don't know where Durant goes. It really depends because look at all the teams I just said that are out there on the Durant sweepstakes. So I just don't have an answer. So, yeah, I know we got to get to on this day in sports history.
Yeah, we'll talk more later on.
We'll get into that right now. On this day, 19th. By the way, all our products and programming is brought to you by Creeper Supplements to make your day good. Also brought to you by DQ, Dairy Queen, and Hebron. Also by Twisted Egg Brewery, because after all, we are a little twisted. We're here to Sports Drive. I'm Josh Lopez alongside Justin Hill, the Bobby Jenks and Sports Talk, and also we got the Walmart boy, Sean Mann, as always. We're about to get the Skippy and Smash in a few minutes, but we have to get some things out of the way, like on this day in sports history. All right, folks, here we go. On this day in 1932, heavyweight boxer Max Schmeling lost a title fight decision to Jack Sharkey. Schmeling's manager Joe Jacobs exclaimed, "We was robbed." We was robbed. Well, we was robbed with some actually competitive basketball in the NBA Finals this year. How about that? On this day in 1939, Lou Gehrig quit baseball due to illness, which basically became ALS. On this day in 1942, Ben Hogan recorded the lowest score in a major golf tournament. Who cares about golf? Let's see. Last one. This is a very short on this day today. On this day, 1999, Pantera wrote a float in Dallas Stars stand downtown Dallas. Pantera is responsible for the Stars theme song. Sean, if you don't know who Pantera is, it's just basically a rock band, a very underrated rock band, to be honest with you.
Oh, okay. Okay, so he probably won't be joining us for the Snowman.
Unfortunately not.
That's all right. We're making fun of it. We're having a good time.
All right, let's get the birthday shout-outs. Happy birthday to Chris Pratt. I can't believe this. He's actually he turned 37 today.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to Jamal from Empire. He turned 33. Let's see. Who else? Next. Damn it. Got a bunch of meaningless actors on these lists here. Happy birthday, Richard Jefferson. If you guys didn't know, Richard Jefferson announced his retirement for the NBA after winning the NBA championship this past weekend. Well, good for him. He pulled a Juwan Howard.
Yeah.
Very nice. Happy birthday to another former basketball player, Derek Coleman. He turned 49 today. So that's all the birthday shout-outs we had today. Sorry, I just call it like I see it. Richard Jefferson pulled a Juwan Howard this season.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. There was rumors of Joakim Noah going to the Timberwolves. Picture that. Joakim Noah and Kevin Garnett in the same locker room. Sean, you know the battles they used to have back in the day.
I remember the battles between Kevin Garnett and Joakim Noah, especially when Garnett was with the Boston Celtics. Boy, do I remember that.
I heard that he's going to go to the Rockets, possibly.
The Rockets. They got Mike D'Antoni as a coach.
And don't forget the NBA draft will be coming up too. As
who cares?
Josh is like he doesn't care about the NBA draft.
Ben Simmons.
Hey, I'm sticking to my convictions. I'm done with the NBA.
That's right, Josh. Josh has decided to boycott it forever because he goes, it's a goddamn fixed era.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Go ahead, John.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'll take over for shock duty today. Snowman is not here, Frank is not here, and neither is Browning, but we've got a good one for you. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we know that Josh is here and Justin's here. It's the Skippy Bayless Bash Shower. Let's get this song up and running as soon as it'll download. Here we go. Come on.
It is time for the Skippy Bayless Bash. Skip Bayless talks crap all day long, and now it is our turn. We all know Bayless is a moron, but now it is time for the Skippy Bayless Bash. Skip Bayless talks crap all day long, and now it is our turn. We all know Bayless is a moron, but now
the real stars fight back.
You know what? Let's make it three. Let's make it a third round. Why not? Let's do it 3 times. Go ahead, Sean. Play it one more time.
One more time. We played it twice. We'll play it a third time. Here we go.
It is time for the Skippy Bayless Bash. Skip Bayless talks crap all day long.
It's a special day.
Now it is our turn. We all know Bayless is a moron, but now
the real stars and real talent fight back.
I'll continue to say that Jock Star stuff from Jock Journal was the lamest marketing campaign I've ever heard in my entire life.
Okay, so actually, we got some news. Browning is going to be coming in. Okay, Browning.
Oh.
Yeah. How many miles?
Troublemaker.
How many miles do we got today there, Josh?
We have a WrestleMania. I'm not gonna say the date because I'm gonna let you guys figure out what number of miles we're gonna do this. Okay, we're gonna have a WrestleMania MetLife Stadium version of quotes.
Oh,
Justin,
God.
if you want to inform Sean how many miles today, we'll get going from there.
29.
Oh, cripe's sake. God, dang. Oh, man.
It was Skip's last day today on ESPN. It's an end of an era.
It's an end of an era on No Take. Oh, and
For ESPN, wait till Fox Sports.
Hey, Justin, to your comment in the chat room, Lana was the hottest I've ever seen her last night.
Yes.
I'm just gonna leave that there. If you guys saw Raw last night, you know what I'm
Oh my God.
breaking news.
Uh-oh, breaking news.
As the White
What is
Sox continue to sink, is it time to consider possibly trading Chris Sale, according to ESPN?
That's not breaking news. That's opinion. I do have some breaking news, though. We have a Panda alert.
Oh, tracking meter.
Panda was found walking out with a triple whopper from Burger King in Louisville, Kentucky.
Louisville.
Oh.
Hey, Sean, do it. Love out. All right, here we go. Sean's got the grasshopper noises for the shocks today.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, here we go. Skippy Bayless said, "Am I?" My Boston Red Sox looked like the Minnesota Twins last night.
Ooh.
Here we go.
Skip, I have to say this, okay, you Nimrod. I'm glad it's your last day on ESPN because all the crap you say about the Red Sox needing to trade Ortiz, that Farrell's going to be fired, la-di-da-da-da, I mean, all of this crap, okay? The fact that you say all this crap to me and you address it to Red Sox fans, I would love to see how you would say that in Boston, Massachusetts, where your butt would get kicked. I went there to Massachusetts. I had the balls to go there, and people are either nice or there are people that are pretty rough in that area. You don't know what you're talking about. They don't look like the Minnesota Twins. It's freaking June, for Christ's sake. They're on a little bit of a slump right now, Skip. Obviously, you don't know what the concept of a slump is. Gosh.
Correct. Hey, Justin, do you see what I put in the chat room?
Oh, not
Leave the people.
We the people. All right. This one's for Justin. I don't want to pick on Sean too much with these quotes. Okay.
All right.
Skippy Bale said that my Miami Marlins should have Barry Bonds as the main manager. Hey, he's a hitting coach. I gotta say he's doing a pretty good job so far. Justin, your thoughts?
He's doing a pretty well done job with the hitting, but a manager, I don't think he's ready for that. We have a solid manager right now.
Can you picture him with the media? Can you picture him with the media every day? Have to answer stupid questions from Nimrods?
So, is Giancarlo juicing? Jesus.
Oh no. Is Jose Fernandez juicing?
Well, he probably is saying Don Mattingly is not the answer for the Miami Marlins. Look at his resume with the Dodgers. He went 8-11 in the postseason as Dodgers manager.
It's true, but but we're above 500. We're in the wild card spot for right now.
Not too shabby.
I think we're gonna make the playoffs this year. I really do. We just gotta figure out our.
You know what? I have to say.
Let me say this. I think the New York Mets need to give out a sincere apology to the city of New York for being one of the most inept teams this season of baseball. How the hell do you get swept by the Atlanta Braves at home?
I have to say. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good.
I have to say, though, too, we could see something with the Marlins from what we saw 13 years ago. I remember 13 years ago when the Marlins were this team that nobody even thought was going to be good, but a friend of mine said, watch out for the Marlins. And I said, what? I said, seriously? You really think the Marlins are going to be good? I said, come on, Sean, they're this young baseball team. And I was like, well, okay, they're this young team. But I said, but let's see how well they can do in the postseason. Turns out he was right. They beat the Giants in 4 games that year. Then they the historic collapse by the Chicago Cubs, and they beat the Yankees and said, "Oh, good grief!"
Bartley will return with his hashtag earmuffins.
Ow!
Oh man! All right, next. I want to do like a go. Next.
Billy the Goat. There you go.
All right, here we go. Skippy Bale said that President Obama is the worst president of all time.
Oh, please.
Should I handle this?
Go ahead if you want to.
I think you're a jackass. I think ESPN made the right decision by letting you go. I think you'll bring down the ratings for Fox. I think you're a bad representation of journalism.
Oh my gosh.
I think you're a Nimrod. All right, there you go.
I have to say, Skip Bayless, Obama has gotten us through some very difficult times in our country. He's had to deal with a lot, especially with all the shootings. We got Osama bin Laden when he was president of the United States back in May of 2011, which was a big moment, and was a great day for our country after what that loser did to. I don't care. I mean, you can call bin Laden all you want. The guy's a prick, a loser. I don't care what you say. He's a goddamn loser because he was the mastermind of 9/11. Could you do a better job, Skip Bayless, of you being president of the United States? I don't think you could. You don't know anything, and you better watch how you address politics.
You don't know anything.
God.
You stupid idiot. I think this is pretty cool, actually. For those that don't know, when we do this bash hour, I have a collection of quotes. I don't take it just from the regular day of First Take. I take it from his appearances on Stephen A. show. I find old YouTube clips. It's ridiculous. Ongoing run-on columns. So there's a big batch of quotes. Like this next one. Sorry, Sean. Here we go. Skippy Bayless said that Kevin Millar is a terrible MLB analyst.
Oh, you know what, Skip Bayless? I have something to say. You are a terrible analyst. You don't know crap. You don't even know what research is. All you have to do is have your assistants do the research for you, and then you make up these stupid, lousy statements. And I feel bad that Josh has to always type all these crappy quotes out. I mean, you're going to be ruining Fox even when you get there, since today is your last day on ESPN. You are an absolute joke of an analyst. You don't know anything. And you know what? I'm glad that ESPN is letting you go. I'm sure they got to a point where, boy, we're so glad he's out of our hair because he doesn't know how to make any sense. Kevin Millar is great because he has the baseball perspective. He won a championship. And I do have to remind you, Skip, that was on the 04 team, Nimrod. God, he's such an idiot.
He is a Nimrod. Is he a stupid idiot?
He's a stupid idiot.
That's a very important question.
And you know what? As a guy who's 65 years old, why don't you just go ahead and retire and go play golf?
I want to do something pretty. Cool here, since it is Skip's last day. I'm gonna do something we haven't done here on the show before. It's called screen share. Okay. Sorry, while I'm repositioning myself. All right, here we go. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna play a clip of Stephen A. saying goodbye to Skip on First Take from today. Okay, so bear with me. I hope you guys hear this. Just give me 1 second. All right, let's just do the. Come on, there you go. Google Hangout screen. Okay. Got that. My computer's acting as slow as it possibly can. Alright, here we go. Let's go over here.
Oh, I want to see this so bad. Oh.
Alright, come on.
Oh.
Can you guys hear this or no?
I don't hear it, but I see it.
It's low.
Alright, I'll try to raise this. How about now? Hold up. How about now?
Very little.
Alright, you know, this is what I'll do. I'll send this link to Sean and then he'll play it for us, okay?
Okay.
Because Sean's got good speakers. I don't. Remember, Sean, remember the computer I said my audio jack was messed up? This is the one I'm using.
I wonder if ESPN actually has the final goodbye. Oh, wait, hold it. I think I found it. Here, no, don't send it to me. I can actually play it right now. Hold on.
Okay.
Just a minute.
All right.
He's the captain of this pirate ship.
He leads that team.
And this captain will need all hands on deck to hoist the Jolly Roger from facing Corey Seager and the Dodgers. Sunday Night Baseball, Dodgers, Pirates, Sunday at 8 on ESPN.
That's a snooze fest there. Anyway.
That I would never have done first team if it were not for you. I had no desire to do this till you asked me to do it. It was long overdue. It was something we both wanted for a very, very long time.
Can you gentlemen hear it?
Yeah.
You're just one of the best people that I know. I love you like a brother. I know who you are, what you've meant to me, what you've meant to this network, what you mean to the world of sports. People out there don't know how great you are. We're not just colleagues, we're friends. We are polar opposites. We don't do a lot of the same things. We certainly don't believe a lot of the same things. But I have always believed in you. You're my brother from another mother. And we will see one another. And wherever you go, and I know where you're going, but wherever you go or whatever you're doing, you're family. You're family to me. You're family to my family. You always have been. and you always will be. I love you. And I wish you the best. I'm gonna get up and give you a big hug. Let's do it. Take care of yourself. All the best to you. You know it. All the best to you. All the best. One last. Salute.
Skip, we love you.
Thank you, Molly.
Won't be the same.
There you go. That's the video.
Yeah.
She does have it right. It won't be the same.
Yeah. Then I'll be wondering who they're going to replace for Skip Bayless on first thing.
I hope my wannabe Xfinity here actually has Fox Sports 1 so I can find the stupid stuff he says on there.
Well, at least you got YouTube because you'll be able to find it on. Yeah, I mean YouTube. Will, yeah.
All right, let's go back to the polls.
Yeah.
I will say this though, we do bash him, Skip a lot. Whenever we do it, this is just for the stuff he says from a professional standpoint. It's not personal shots, okay? I just want to make that perfectly clear. To have a career like that, you gotta give the guy props, whether you like what he says or not. I just want to make that perfectly clear. Okay, here we go. By the way, picturing him and Colin Cowherd on the same TV show, I want to throw up. But all right, here we go. Next one. Skippy Bale said that mine. Las Vegas Aces will win the Stanley Cup next year. The first expansion team to ever win a championship on their first year.
Man, I cannot believe that. Skip Bayless believes that. Hey, Justin, good news. We'll have the Las Vegas Aces winning the Stanley Cup next year. And Josh, the Vegas Aces.
One of the things I regret about this segment is me telling Sean to play the devil's advocate for Skip after reading quotes that have nothing to do with Boston. There was a time where we do the bash hour to piss Jeff off, so I would tell Sean, whether you agree or disagree with Jeff, make sure to go on Skip's side to play the devil's advocate. And now he does it, throw it in our face now. Oh, man, that's great. No, dumbass, no, they're not winning a cup. They're not even going to make a playoff bid. Nimrod.
I would rather walk in Vegas and go to shows and entertainment because it's the gambling capital of the world than have to spend my time going to a Las Vegas Aces game.
I'd rather watch a marathon of romantic movies than see the Las Vegas Aces in the Stanley Cup. Unless it's against this team right here, I ain't watching any Las Vegas Aces games, period.
I personally agree.
Yeah, Sean, right here. This is a real team with class and tradition.
Well, you know what? I can't get out any of my Bruins gear. I put this stuff away until October, until the hockey season begins.
That's funny. All right, let's go to the next one, all right? Skippy Bale said that Roman Reigns can't wrestle. Justin, I'll leave this floor to you. I'm not saying anything.
Look at Justin's face. I just know it. Oh.
Roman Reigns can't wrestle. I can think of 10 other superstars that are worse than this guy. You got Santino Marella, Viscera, or Big Daddy V. Who else is there? I don't know. How about Eric Bischoff? He had a good wrestling run, didn't he?
Yeah.
Are you a better wrestler than Roman Reigns, Skip? I doubt it. Sorry.
By the way,
there's no hate towards Santino. There's no hate. He was funny. He was a good on the mic. He just wasn't a great wrestler. He was just for the comedy of the show, and I respect that.
Speaking of comedy, I'm sad I haven't said this yet, but if you guys haven't seen Central Intelligence yet with The Rock and Kevin Hart, please go see it, man. It was hilarious.
I really want to see that so bad.
It's really, really good. Oh, man. All right, we got to get Sean raging and rolling. You want to see Sean go from 0 to 6 million?
Right. Here we go. Here we go.
Skippy Bale said that Chuck Nublock was a better second baseman than Dustin Pedroia.
Oh! Oh! Wow! Better than Chuck. Oh, that is miserable.
Miserable.
I cannot believe Skip, that you would say that. Pedroia has got class, even though I was upset with the fact that
I
the
believe
Nimrods-
not. I believe not. I think Knobloch has 4 championships, if I'm not mistaken, right?
He won a couple championships with. Actually, he won with the Minnesota Twins. I think he was part of the '91 Twins when they won it a quarter century ago, and then he was on the Yankees.
The Yankees.
That's all I need.
Hey, by the way, can you do an A-Royd voice for us?
Hey, Ryan, you prick!
All right, there you go. Next one's for Sean as well. Scooby Bale said that my Boston Celtics should team up with Walmart.
Oh! Oh!
There you go.
There you go. You would think you'd be happy about Walmart and Boston Celtics teaming up.
I don't want a Walmart garden. We don't need it. We don't need
Hey,
a Walmart garden.
but come on, you can go see your favorite team and get a haircut there.
Oh! 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 Oh!
Damn, you saw that you destroyed something. Are you gonna hit some pillows, Sean?
Oh! Oh, I hit the pillow. We don't need a Walmart garden. I like the TD Bank North Garden better. That's a nice place, the TD Bank North Garden.
I've been in there. It smells like horse shit.
Oh, come on. I went in there. It's got all the history, all the greats. I stood next to Bobby Orr's statue.
Just because you stand outside by a statue doesn't mean you've actually been inside the arena. You Nimrod.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man. Well, we only have one and only. We have one Sean Mann, and he is in a class of his own.
That's a fact.
Gosh.
Skippy Bale said that LeBron James is the greatest athlete in this era of sports.
He is not. He was lucky he won that championship a few days ago.
Justin?
He should have lost.
Mr. Hill?
Justin, are you frozen?
Yeah, he's frozen.
No, he's not. Okay, he was lucky. You know what? LeBron James is lucky to be 3-4 in the NBA Finals. Should have lost the first finals for the Miami Heat. Should have lost the NBA Finals in 2013, but Ray Allen bailed him out with the lucky 3 in 2013 NBA Finals. Yeah. LeBron James is not the greatest player of this era, Skip. He's 3-4. He's still an overrated punk, and he was lucky he won the NBA Finals a few nights ago. Lucky.
What was the quote? I didn't hear it. My connection froze me.
He said that LeBron's the best athlete of this era in all sports.
Oh, athlete of all sports in this era. Who else is there?
I could think a lot of them. Calvin Johnson before he had to retire for some god reason. Well, I mean, when you play for Detroit for over. Well, if you played for Detroit for over 10 years, then I would understand why you would want to retire.
I still think he's a great receiver.
I will put Tom Brady on that list because he walks like a stiff mannequin when he plays on the field. I don't know. Darrelle Revis, he's one.
I don't know about that. Maybe.
Well, come on, he's Revis Island. You know, he plays for Sean's 2 favorite teams, the Jets and the Patriots. Any other athletes that come to you guys that are better than LeBron as far as an athlete standpoint? I'm not saying overall production, just athlete.
Yeah. I can't think of another athlete besides LeBron and Calvin Johnson.
I think Antonio Brown may be on that list too.
Antonio Brown.
What about Chris Sale, or maybe Patrick King, or maybe Zdeno Chara?
Jake Arrieta.
Chara at basketball. I don't think he'll be good at
Zdeno
that.
Chara. Did he just say Sendeo Chara?
Yes,
He
the
did.
baby.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, no,
Come
no.
on, he's got one cup.
No.
He won the Stanley Cup in 2011.
Yeah, just because you're 8 feet tall and gets hit the damn puck as fast as you can doesn't mean you're a good athlete.
Yeah.
That's like the guy from the Mighty Ducks movie.
The Bash Brothers.
Yeah.
Actually, out of all the Mighty Duck movies I have watched, I actually like the D2 Mighty Ducks from 1994.
Yeah, that was
I did
pretty
too.
good.
That was good. Yeah.
Let's see, who else? Patrick Kane, he's an athlete. He's probably one of the best scorers out there. Sidney Crosby. Okay, Adam Daly, there's your shout out. Sidney Crosby. Rat bastard. All right, let's go to the next one. Y'all ready?
Let's do it.
All right. Next. All right, Sean. Sorry about this one. Skippy Bayless said that my New England Patriots should release Jimmy Garoppolo.
I agree.
Brady's on a suspension, you Nimrod. Whoa!
I mean, that haircut though, Sean. Oh my gosh.
Hey, what are
The
you talking
Walmart,
about?
the Walmart haircut. There it
That's
is.
a Walmart haircut right there. Yeah, they washed my hair and they cut it. And I challenged everybody to a haircut in the group chat and everybody on the show, but everybody refuses to go to Walmart to get a haircut.
Because there's no haircuts at
I'll
Walmart.
say this, Sean. I will get a haircut at some point this week, but it will not be at Walmart. Okay.
Oh, come on. They wash your hair and they cut your hair and they do a really good job. And you can tell them how you want your hair done. I went half an inch, and then I went with the 1, for cutting the hair. But no, Jimmy Garoppolo does not be released. Skip Bayless, who are they going to get? If you release Jimmy Garoppolo, who are they going to get?
Johnny Manziel.
I don't want Johnny Manziel on the Patriots.
How about Christian Ponder?
I'd rather have him than Garoppolo, to be honest, really.
Or remember Jason Campbell?
Yeah, that was.
That's terrible.
I don't want some kind of a bust, to take over.
Oh, Dante Culpepper?
No,
Penny?
no, I don't want a Dante Culpepper.
I know who Sean doesn't want on this team.
Geno Smith.
The guy that beat them last year, Sam Bradford. That's for you, Browning. That's for you, Brown.
Yeah, that was a lucky game. That was because of bad special teams and a couple Brady picks, and that's why they
Got
lost.
their ass kicked for like the majority of the game. They're up by 3 touchdowns. What do you mean, luck?
New England almost came back and tied it. They almost had a chance.
Well, when you say that they need to come back to come close to the game, that doesn't mean that the Eagles were lucky. It was just a bad day at the office.
You know what was bad? The bad thing was I had to look at a stupid goddamn Philadelphia Eagles profile picture, and that was a horrible.
Yeah, that was funny.
Oh, that was miserable. And people were saying, Sean, it seems to me that you've been losing a lot of bets of late. I said, no, really, you think?
Well, Sean had a span where he had a White Sox logo on his profile picture. He had a Blackhawks logo on his profile picture.
Oh, boy.
And a Bulls. I think we had a Bulls bet for 2 weeks because there was 2 Bulls Celtics games in between each other.
But Justin, Black Friday was really a Black Friday for me. The day after Thanksgiving, I lost a bet and I had to strip my wall. I had to take Celtic stuff down for a week, and then I had to change everything. And when I lost everything on my wall, when I lost to Jeff, it was like a goddamn prison. I had nothing to look at.
Oh, man. This show's been off the charts today.
It was awful. I hated it. But you know what, Justin? I'm going to be ready for week 2 against you. I will be ready for that. Patriots and Dolphins, buddy.
I'm ready, too. I'm ready, Freddie.
Hey, Justin, sorry about this next one. Skippy Bale said that Alonzo Mourning is not a top 50 player. Very funny, Sean.
Alonzo Mourning is not a top 50 player. That's his opinion.
That's blasphemous.
It is. he has been a very great forward for our team. He's still with the Heat. He has been very done a lot of things with the Heat.
Who made Skip the proprietor of who deserves to be in the top 50 or not?
Exactly.
Skip, you're not even in the top 100 broadcasters.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, there are a lot of good players that are better than Alonzo Mourning, but saying he's not a top 50 player is blasphemous.
How about this one? Skippy Bale said that Bill Russell would not win an NBA championship in this era.
Oh, is that about Bill Russell?
Yeah, Bill Russell. Sean.
Oh, you don't ever say that. Russell.
He don't ever say.
He's one of the. Oh!
Look at it, Justin. He's lost it.
You don't ever say that.
Only here on the Sports Drive you get this type of entertainment.
Oh, gosh. Bill Russell, Skip Bayless, was winning championships when you were sucking your thumbs when you were a little boy, you idiot. Oh, my goodness.
Well, I need to bring back some comedy relief for Sean snaps and breaks the camera on his computer. I do have a Panda tracking alert.
Oh, boy.
Oh, here we go.
Panda was walking out of Applebee's with Al Jefferson and Mo Vaughn.
Maybe they were having some. Maybe they had a nice chocolate shake, so they maybe had a nice
maybe ribs.
Oh, some ribs or something, or some chicken.
There you go. That's good protein. He's got
It is
bulk
good
up.
protein. He does have a good point. All right. This next one's for Sean. Here we go. Oh man. Me. All right, here we go. Sorry. Skippy Bale said that David Ortiz has been a below-average leader for the last 10 years.
That is a bunch of bullcrap. Oh my God!
Just say it. Just say it in general. Don't hold anything back. What type of
Man, that is a real slap in the face. You're talking about one of my favorite Red Sox players of all time, up there with Ted Williams and all the other Red Sox greats, Skip. David Ortiz is a champion. He's won 3 championships, and without him, the Red Sox never would have won those titles. The reason why they went out and got him in 03 was he was a big bat and a big presence. Nimrod.
Mm-hmm. Nimrod. I think I'm rubbing off on Sean. He's still Nimrod for me, but it's all good.
That's all right. Yeah.
Let's get it trending worldwide, and let's get it in the dictionary.
Yeah, let's get hashtag earmuffins trending worldwide as well, please. Hey, do they sell earmuffins at Walmart?
Well, yeah, they got ear muffins there at Walmart. Come on, Walmart's got everything. Go to your nearest Walmart.
Do they have Boston Celtics jerseys at Walmart too?
I bet they do.
The bad thing is, no.
They will in 5 years. They will in 5 years.
They sell Seattle Seahawks gear there.
Oh,
Really?
God.
I live in Seahawk and Mariner country
Sea
because
shit. That's what I call it, the Seattle Sea Shits.
sea shits.
Yes. Stupid Seahawks. Russell Wilson, you're a douchebag.
But he won a Super Bowl, Josh. He won the Super Bowl for the 20.
Yeah, and he got intercepted in the Super Bowl by a jabroni from the New England Patriots that I never heard of in my entire life.
Oh, Malcolm Butler. The Butler did it.
He wanted the spotlight, and, well, he sucked.
One lucky interception from a jabroni who was a third-string quarterback. Now people consider Malcolm Butler one of the elite cornerbacks in the NFL. It's ridiculous.
Wasn't that sweet when he picked it off? And I knew right away that Josh had to leave because he knew I was going to be picking off. Josh quickly left out. Because here's the thing, Justin. Right after the Patriots won their 4th Super Bowl, Josh quickly got off of Facebook because he knew I was going to be But that was at the time I still had to look at bull stuff, and it really was bad because at that time. Oh man! Well, here we go.
Pass is intercepted at the goal line.
Here we go. Turn it off.
That's gonna be a
Turn it
30 for
off.
30 soon.
Yeah,
Oh.
30 for 30. The Sean Man Chronicles heading to Walmart Garden. Okay. All right, last Skippy quote of the day. Y'all ready?
Yeah, ready.
Next. Skippy Bales said that Ted Williams would be a bench player in this era of baseball. Wow.
Real slap in the face, you dimwit. You deserve to be on the bench because you can't learn how to hit. You can go play in the old folks' home, you dimwit. You can't even learn how to hit the goddamn ball. God, you are such an idiot. And you know what, Skip Bayless? You have got something against Ted Williams. Now, you have to remember he had 521 home runs. He had to give up time to military service. He's a war hero. You are such an idiot.
Oh, man.
That concludes the Bash Hour. We'll be back.
Yeah, that concludes the Bash Hour. I have some more quotes for you on Thursday. Oh, hey, Billy. Are you ready for hump day? Oh, hey, Sally. How's your hump day? You're going to hear that all day at local places where they got cubicles and stuff, all that stuff. Oh, hey, Billy, it's the weekend's almost here. We're almost at Wednesday. I do have to say, this year's been flying by fast.
It really has, man.
We're about to be in July in 2 weeks already.
Well, whenever you get to June, it means the year is half over.
Yeah.
One thing I am excited for, though, is the WWE draft that's going to be happening on July 19th. Period.
Yeah. That should be awesome.
Yes, it should. Yes, it did. All right, a couple more things before we head out here. I want to thank Justin and Sean for coming on today, even though we are kind of underhanded. A lot of people not here today, but I think we made the best out of it. This has been a pretty good show so far, boys. Huh?
It was excellent.
All right, let's go to our next topic here.
Radio.
Now that Skip is gone, people may want to know what we're going to do with the Bash Shower. Okay? We just concluded our day version of the Bash Shower. What am I going to do as far as getting quotes? Well, first take seems to be that it's going to continue on with Stephen A. But, going forward, once Skip makes his debut on Fox, which is going to be absolutely terrible, I will look at what the Nimrod says there, and I'll bring those quotes here. If Skip is on Stephen A's show on the radio, I'll take quotes from that interview. I'll follow along Skip Bayless' Twitter. Oh, I can't, because I got blocked the other day. I got blocked by the Nimrod the other day. And I'll just go through the Sports Drive Twitter account and just look to see what he says on there. You have other ways to go around it, but the Bash Star will continue. It is the staple of the show. It'll continue on as we continue on here on the Arena Sports Network. But just in general thoughts, your guys' thoughts on the Skippy Bash Hour as a segment. Do you guys enjoy it? Do you guys not like it? General thoughts. Let's start with Sean here.
I do like it. My reaction is very, very priceless because, you know, I just have to say it's very, very, it's our comedy. It's something that we look forward to.
Justin?
I agree. It's a special thing that we have. It's tradition, and I think it's a great segment that we have for the fans, and it's comedy, like Sean said.
We have a blast with it, and it's something I think we look forward to. And I know it's something that Josh has to look forward to all the time because he has to type out all these ridiculous, pathetic quotes.
I agree, and it's not that we hate him. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't hate him because I respect him because what he has done with, like, you know, in the past. He's worked up to being on ESPN, but he does say a lot of ignorant and blasphemous things. But he's not a bad guy in my opinion. He just says a lot of stupid stuff.
Period. Justin, really quick, your thoughts on Raw, and are you excited for stuff heading for Battleground? Because from what I'm seeing in the preview for the Taz show, it seems that he went on another bitching contest again. So,
Oh wow.
what was your thoughts on Raw last night?
I really enjoyed it. I give it a B plus. I really love Ambrose as a champion. The first segment, the opener, that was the best promo he has ever done in his career, in my opinion. He's gonna kill it as a champion. At first, I was a little skeptical about it, but he's changing my mind, and I love it. And I'm excited for this match. It's a WrestleMania dream match, in my opinion, at Battleground.
Just and for those that want more wrestling talk, I will be having episode 9 of the Josh Lopez Wrestling Podcast here on the network tomorrow at noon Eastern for Boston time, Boston tea time. No, I'm kidding. But I will be joined by my good friend Adam Daly. We'll get to our thoughts for Money in the Bank, Raw, Battleground, all that fun stuff. So if you're into wrestling, want to get my perspective on it, a genuine, heartfelt opinion about wrestling, not forced or repetitive bullshit, check out the Josh Lopez Wrestling Podcast tomorrow.
Yes, it's great stuff, guys. Him and Adam Daly are just real, and they love this business, and they have great chemistry, and I love watching them together. It's good.
Make sure to follow Adam on Twitter, by the way, at AdamDaily13. Give him a shout out, tell him that you listen to the show, and it's a lot of fun, man. The guy's like Stephen A. said to Skip, Adam's like a brother for another mother. So, all right, let's go to the spoken word, shall we? Who wants to start first?
Let's see. I'll go first. This is what we look forward to all the time. You know, we look to be upbeat. We like, you know, it's something that we look forward to all. Like, oh yeah, I already said it all the time. But we like to have the laughter. We like to share it. We like to have fun. We like to laugh with each other. We want to make sure there's no hard feelings or feelings don't get hurt. But we have a blast doing it, and we look forward to doing it every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. And just remember that we all have got the talent for this show, and I know we're doing every day we're getting better. We're wanting to make sure we take it big every time. I realized too that after I had left Sports World Radio in October of 2015, it was actually a great day for me because then I didn't have to feel so pushed and threatened anymore. And ever since then, I've realized, no, I don't want to give my talent up. And Josh knew that. Josh was like, I don't want to see you give your talent up. Frank knew that. And Justin knew that because even though Justin and I have known each other for a couple months, since like March or something. So Justin's and Browning, I've known him for a long time. The Snowman has been great. This is the type of energy we like to do. I like to bring it as professional, and as long as it's professional and it's good and we have laughter where we laugh with each other, it's a good thing. But I have a blast doing it, and remember, be yourself. Just be yourself and do the best you can every day. I think that's all anybody can ask for. And always be optimistic. Despite the hard times we're living in, you got to be positive and you got to be optimistic, no matter how rough the situation is. Be good, be safe. We'll be back on Thursday. Have a great hump day tomorrow. We'll be back on Thursday, but thanks for everything, and ready to get back at it on Thursday. That's my spoken word.
Mr. Hill?
Just like Sean said, be real. Don't be a fake person. Don't just say things that's just to get you fame and ratings like you, Vince Russo and Taz. Don't think about becoming a king. Think about creating the kingdom, period.
Stick to your convictions. Be proud of who you are. Be proud of what you represent. And be the authentic product that is yourself. It's simple as that. Stick to your convictions. Live your life. It's your life, not anybody else's. Do what you can to keep the relationship up with the man upstairs. But more importantly, make the most of the time that you have here because tomorrow's not guaranteed. That's my spoken word. Make sure to follow Browning at Twitter at BrowningMaster. Follow the Big Win at Big Win Frank. Follow the Snowman at Golden Voice Snow at Raider Sportsnet. Follow Justin at I Am Justin Hill. Wish me luck, folks. I have to cover TNA tonight.
Oh God.
Hopefully nothing bad happens. Where we have loop of that 70s show commercials for an hour and 50 minutes before the actual show comes on. Um, follow Sean at Twitter at SeanManASN. I'm at Twitter at WZJoshLopez. Hope you guys enjoy the show. Make sure to follow us at Twitter at @thesports_drive. That's where you can follow us. Make sure to follow us, and we'll follow you back. Check out the Josh Lopez Wrestling Podcast tomorrow at noon Eastern here on this YouTube channel. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, comment below, join the conversation. I hope you guys enjoyed the show because we had a blast today. For the Walmart Boy, for Mr. Hill, I am the gluey hump Josh Lopez. It's been the Sports Drive on the Arena Sports Network. We'll talk to you all Rat Bastards on Thursday, and have a good hump day.
Have a good day today. Have a good day tomorrow. We'll see you on Thursday. And like always, please be safe.
316.
Peace.
We're out.